How's it going, Aspect Ratio listeners, fans, viewers, and all the other people who consider us to be voices on the internet? We are just that. Apologies that this episode is coming out a day or two late. We knew in advance this time that it was going to be late, not due to editing, but because we are both ill. And by we, I mean me and he being Dan. Dan, how's it going, bud?
Oh, mate, Thursday through Sunday was terrible for mainly us.
It's just not been fun.
Yeah. Ever since Thursday morning, I have not left my bed. I've been sitting there with 2 hot water bottles. On Saturday, my gas had run out, and I was in the middle of changing providers, so they wouldn't let me top up. So, for the whole of Saturday, I had no gas, so I couldn't heat up the house. So I sat there with 2 water bottles and a nice massive blanket.
I mean, it does sound like a good way to spend the day, admittedly, but not when
if it was like any other day,
Yeah.
Maybe if I had someone else to cuddle, it would have been better.
We're going to invest in one of those giant cuddle pillows for Dan.
Yeah, if someone can get me a giant cuddle Snorlax cuddle pillow, that'd be fantastic. But no, I actually learned something that apparently I've done wrong my entire life.
Oh, what have you been doing wrong your entire life? Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things fall into that bracket for you and me.
Fine. It's making a hot water bottle.
Oh, okay. Okay, come on then. Instruct us in the correct technique.
Okay, first off, I'm going to ask you how you create it. How you make a hot water bottle.
I don't. I buy one. Okay, no. So it depends, because some of the ones you can buy are just the plasticky, rubbery coating and nothing else. Other ones have the little, fabric fur things that you can put them into.
Well, either all the same principles, just that one has a covering, either one you kind of need to teach how.
Well, yeah, to me it's empty it out, because chances are I probably haven't emptied it out since the last time I used it.
Yeah, go on.
Boil kettle, let kettle sit for a couple of minutes. Don't pour the boiling water straight into it. Pour the water in, squeeze any excess air out. And then screw the lid on and either use it as is or put it into its fur, whatever it is.
The thing is, you're not actually meant to use boiling water.
No, well, this is what I mean. I say I boil the kettle and then let the kettle rest for a couple of minutes. I don't.
I didn't. I just boil the kettle. Oh, kettle off, go straight fucking in there. It's the hottest it's ever going to fucking be.
Would you know what? I learned it actually from doing doing my cafetiere coffees, because they say the same thing. Don't just pour boiling water straight into a coffee, because it burns the granules of the coffee, and hence why your coffee will have a bit more of a bitter taste to it. Same with regular coffee, like your instant stuff. Yeah. This is why you should put the milk in first when you're making coffee, because otherwise it burns the coffee. Same applies.
Do you want to know how I found out about this? It's because do you know when you're ill, you're trying to distract yourself from anything other than being ill.
Yes.
So you just looking at things, you start reading things.
Yes.
And on the inside of the tab of the hot water bottle, it's just got like a little thing: "Do not use boiling water." I was like, oh.
That's like, what was I meant to do? Microwave it?
Honestly, that was my first thought. Should I microwave this?
Z's got one of those. It's like the wheat bag things that you can get that you actually chuck in the microwave and then oh my god! Do you know something? I'm not a big fan of using it, but I am a big fan of the smell, because when she puts that in the microwave and takes it out, it smells like someone's been baking bread in the house. It just makes me hungry, which is not a good thing to be in just now, because never mind being ill, I am now trying to watch what I'm eating. Not literally watch it go in my mouth, because I've been doing that the entire time, which is part of the problem. But trying to keep an eye on the calories just now and stop eating.
All I can say is being ill has done so much wonders for my weight. Because I was not able to eat anything for 3 whole days.
I think we're only 11 episodes in, and this is the second time you've had this.
Yeah, it is.
Spotting a trend here. No one kidnap Dan/Kyle, because you'll just get ill.
I mean, it is. I mean, come on, you'll be spending more money just to, keep me alive.
Keep him in fucking
Like I said, I didn't eat for 3 whole days. I weighed myself before I got ill, because I was meant to be going to the gym that day. I was 210 kilos. Now I'm 201. Fuck it. If it works, it works.
Reward yourself.
I don't recommend it, but fuck it. Go for it if that's what you really want.
Definitely not to anyone listening to this looking for weight loss advice. I don't know why you'd be listening to this looking for weight loss advice, admittedly. But that's
don't take weight loss advice from the fat man.
I've said before, we don't go with fat, we say heavy. Heavy is okay, because heavy can be changed. Fat has negative connotations to it.
Fat can be changed. I can go from fat to something else.
I know, but to me, I hear the word fat, and I think it's very I think it's used as a very negative term, and I don't like it. I personally, I don't like the word fat because I just think it has such a negative approach to it. Like people go, "Oh, you fat fuck you." You don't hear anyone going, "Oh, fuck you, you heavy bugger." No one insults you by using the word heavy. Like fat is used as a very insulting, aggressive term. Heavy never is.
I'm just now wondering if I've ever been called heavy in my life.
But this is it. No one uses it, and that's to be fair.
I think only when someone tries to pick me up, they go, "Oh, you're a heavy bastard."
Even I get that though. That's the thing, and I am heavy. Like I'm about 20 stone now, or 19 and a bit, whatever that translates to in fucking pounds and kilos. I don't bloody know.
I don't know.
I can't remember. I did work it out once, but I can't fucking remember what it changes into. It's about 240. It's about 240 pounds, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, I've been called heavy before, but because like you, I'm fucking 6'2". You're what, 6'4"?
6'4", yeah.
Yeah, and like people will go, "Oh, it's because you're tall." No, it's not. It's because I eat. I'm not heavy because I'm tall. Fucking Peter Crouch was tall, and I'm pretty sure he's not fucking 20 stone.
I mean, we're heavy because we like cake.
I know.
And if the cake is good, we'll go back for more cake.
So obviously, folks will know we've discussed it before on here. Z and I like to go out for coffee dates on a Saturday. We didn't do it this Saturday because she was just done. She couldn't bear going outside. Me and Nathan, my son, went out instead. So yesterday, we did the food shopping on a Sunday. Dan and I chose to just not record because neither of our fucking voices were up to it. You can probably still hear a little bit in my throat. I'm not 100% in my throat. And it feels like one of myself is sitting on my chest. But yesterday we thought, right, we're going to the food shop and the place we're going has a little cafe in it. So fuck it, we'll have our like mini coffee date then instead. And we'll go up and sit. A fucking cake. Oh, do you know when you're going just going down the aisle of like a supermarket cafe and there's just the shelf of cakes? It was like, well, I haven't had breakfast. It's like 11 o'clock.
You try and justify it.
I tried, and you know something? I did justify it. Fuck it, I don't even care. I had a slice of fucking double chocolate fudge cake, and it was the best bit of cake. It's the first bit of cake I've had in months, and it was the best bit of cake I've had in months. So treat yourself.
Yeah, I think my thing for a treat would have to be like a good packet of onion ring crisps. Like, there's a specific pack I buy, and it's like oven baked onion ring crisps.
Oh yes,
not like the ones that are actually crunchy and melt in your mouth. Not the ones that that are hard.
Yes.
And there's the shop literally 2 doors up that sells these for like $1.25.
Oofed.
And it's a big massive bag of like massive.
A big massive bag of massive.
Yeah, like it's a big massive bag of massive.
Hey, to be fair, I'm all for big massive bags of massive. Mm-hmm. If anyone wants a hint on how often Dan has these verbal confusions, check out the BRB screen on my streams now, which includes one of them where Dan forgot the word trousers. Shorts, and I had 3 pairs of shorts on my long pant things. Trousers. That's the word I was like. But anyway, you are listening to Aspect Ratio, which is a podcast about content creation.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. We are now a good 8 minutes into the recording, and I don't think we've mentioned content creation once, other than the fact that we suck at it.
I mean, to be honest, like this is any form of thing that we do with content creation. No,
hell, I get with the brain shut down.
Listen, I'm using my brain all week.
Dad's forgot how to. I cannot brain.
Yeah, any sort of thing any sort of thing that we do to interact with you viewers is a form of content creation. Whether we talk to you about it, whether we hold a picture to our webcam and go, "Well, look at this drawing that I did." That's content creation.
Photograph. Turn fucking Poundland Nickelback.
Exactly. Right? So regardless of what we say, do bring up, it's all form of content creation.
Exactly.
You just gotta, read between the lines a little.
I find this now, and this is it's a bit of a debated topic now, how much of Twitch is actually classed as content creation, because people who sit like us, like I do it, you do it whenever you decide to hit the go live button twice a year.
Yeah.
Z does it when she's streaming, and a lot of people I know do it. It's just playing a game on stream. Can we really class that as content creation these days?
I mean, to be honest, like, first off, you have to actively find what is the nail-binding definition of content creation.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to do over a quick Google search of just content creation definition.
I genuinely thought you were reaching for your phone there, and I was going to remind you, you are sitting at a computer to record this. You can just type in to Google into one of the 95 tabs that you invariably have open.
Yeah. So, content creation, and this is from, I would say, the most 100%. I need to sneeze. Hold on.
Fuck's sake.
Okay, it's gone. This is from 100% like the most legit news site in the entire world, Wikipedia.
Can never be changed by anyone.
Never. There's not an edit button to my top right. There isn't. So content creation is the contribution of information to any media, and most especially to digital media, for an end user / audience in specific context. Content is something that is expressed through medium of speech, writing, or other art.
Seriously, when they say contribute, though, I'm like, we're not really contributing anything.
I mean, are you though? I mean, you're contributing gameplay to a specific game that you like.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, I will never say, I'll never say that people are unjustified in calling it content creation, because the term, as much as there is a definition of what content creation is there on that most trusted and reliable of sources that can never be edited, changed, or amended in any way, I get it, and I consider myself a content creator, but I consider myself a content creator because I put content out on multiple different platforms.
Yeah.
And that, to me, like, it's not a case of, is Twitch content creation? It's, is just streaming, for me, this is where the question would come in, sorry, I should add, not just in general, is just streaming on Twitch classed as content creation? And I think that's, because I think you are doing something, but are you creating content? I don't know, because I don't think Twitch has as much watch back over like pre-created content. So we're on.
Actually, I mean,
go for it.
I mean, think like initial VODs.
Yeah,
you get the VODs. I don't think. I mean, if like a lot of people don't leave their VODs on Twitch, they often post them on YouTube and stuff like that. So that would in itself be its content creation.
Yeah,
people take the clips. People rewatch clips all the time because it's the funniest part of that VOD.
Yeah.
You know, that will be content creation all the time. But just leaving it on Twitch, I don't think could just be cast as content creation, because, I mean, going over, I'll do our free and most amazing website again. It just says that the typical form of content creation is updating websites, blogging, articles, writing, photography, videography, and online commentary. There's no actually such thing as gaming and content creation.
Exactly, and this is what gets me. So if you're not someone, so like I have Twitch set to automatically save my VODs. I don't upload them myself afterwards. I know some people who do, because it allows them to then, while they're actually streaming, to use music that would get them DMCA strikes. You won't get a DMCA strike while you're live, but if you upload the VOD afterwards and it has that music in, you could.
Yeah.
So a lot of people will like play their music through a different channel on their live stream, then upload their VOD separately without that audio over the top, which means they won't get done for they won't get a copyright strike against the name. That I will go as far as you are actively doing something different between your live stream and your upload. Therefore, content creation. Whereas me, I just go, fuck it. It's hard for me to see when I'm just playing games. I don't consider it as I'm a content creator, but when I'm doing other things, like when I do the Just Chatting streams, the tier lists, the plan I have for a new stream coming forward about writing. Interesting thing for them. A lot of people do artwork. I am interested in doing book writing on a stream. But different things like that. And then when I cut clips out of my streams for gaming and then upload those gaming clips to YouTube Shorts, to TikTok, when I do React videos and upload them to YouTube and stuff, that is more content creation for me. But just sitting playing the game isn't the content creation part. That to me is just like the initial stage of participating in content creation. It's like the warm-up before a race.
So basically, like say if I got off my backside and started streaming, it is because I have re-downloaded a game today, which is Final Fantasy 13, but my first favorite Final Fantasy game. It is. And I decided to play it on stream.
Yeah.
Right? Me just doing that, I would class as content creation because I'm not really creating anything. It's already created. I'm just playing it.
Yeah.
That's content playing.
Yes.
Okay. Now,
it's content enjoying.
Now, if I took that VOD and sliced it into many different segments, pulled together the best moments of it, and then flung it on YouTube, right? That is the content creation part of it.
I think you're actually creating something with it then, as opposed to just consuming something.
Exactly.
I guess the problem with Twitch is because so much of it is just on live, and it's not. I think a lot of what you do live isn't, like, an entire stream isn't rewatchable to me. Like, if someone streamed for 4 hours, I'm not going to go and sit and watch a 4-hour VOD.
Yeah, it's true.
To be fair, I think most views that come on VODs are actually from the streamers themselves watching it back to see if there was any errors through it.
I agree.
And that's about it. So yeah, but like you say, uploading it to YouTube, I'm not going to watch a 4-hour video on YouTube either. I'll watch an hour-long one, maybe 2 at a push. But it depends on what the content is still. And I don't think like live stream of a game would count towards that. But yeah, if anyone out there listening or watching has an opinion on whether or not streaming in and of itself is content creation, let us know. We're not saying that it's definitely not. We're just giving our definition and our opinion on what would classify as content creation when it comes to streaming and then the uploading of content afterwards.
Yeah, and please give us, like, say, like, if you're watching this on YouTube, put down in the comments and stuff like that. Or if you watching us listen to us on Spotify, come over on YouTube, leave another comment.
Yeah.
Or message us on Twitter or our Discord, and let us know, like, what is the average length of YouTube videos that you prefer to watch.
Yeah, what gets your attention? Will you sit and watch an hour-long video, or are you like, it's more than 10 minutes, I'm out?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people do get like that. That's why I think YouTube reduced the monetization thing to... Because it used to be your video had to be over 10 minutes. It monetized, then it dropped to 8.
The best time was over 10 minutes because you got an extra, like, ad roll or something like that.
Yeah. Well, no, it wouldn't monetize if it was under 10 minutes for a while.
No, I didn't.
Apparently. So I was told anyway. But yeah, then it dropped to like 8 minutes. Or whatever the benchmark, however it worked anyway. I know that a lot of content creators then went, cool, that's 2 less minutes I have to drag this video out for, and I can cut out more unnecessary parts instead of having to leave it all in and drag it all out, which was good for them, but also meant it became a lot more. I think just because of the introduction of like things like TikTok and shorts and all that, short form content that's just watch it 30 seconds, flip, watch it 30 seconds, scroll, becomes so much more easily consumed. Like, I notice it myself. I upload a YouTube video and I get 20 views. I'm like, yeah, okay. Upload a short and it gets 2,000. I'm like...
Well, that's the thing. I was just watching... I was sitting dying on Friday. And I was just scrolling through my phone, just going through YouTube Shorts. And actually one of yours popped up.
Hey!
It was on with the clown.
Oh, God. Was that the one where he just buggered off?
No, the one that you just buggered off.
Yeah, I like jumped out the window and then just, bye, have a great time.
You just buggered off.
I'm trying to edit more, like, put a bit more effort into editing shorts now. There was one went up yesterday that I quite liked from my recent Hex All Dwights Must Survive stream on Saturday.
Always that the one where you're like, I haven't come up against much Dwights, and then 3 Dwights popped up.
I was like, I've come up against one Dwight I was like 3 hours into the stream and I'd seen one Dwight as a survivor, and as soon as I said that, 2 of them appeared in the survival lobby. I was just like, for fuck's sake. Anyway, we do like to talk about Twitter-based content that has been going on, and there has been a lot of chaotic nonsense kicking off on Twitter this past week or so.
Yes, very much so.
We have, which I should add, obviously last week's show was just us chatting about the games that were coming out for this year. The previous one to that, we had a lot of Twitter-based discussion aimed at a particular individual. There has been no comeback from that individual. We never heard back from them. I tried engaging with them in a stream that they did where they were addressing everything, and it was just more deflection and lack of discussion. So as far as I'm concerned, we are done with that person. However, there is another individual now who has kind of dug themselves into a bit of a hole after they held a panel to discuss Hogwarts Legacy, which we mentioned on the last show as, not really something we're too keen on.
I mean, like I said, and we already said that if you want to play the game, go all power to you. You can play Hogwarts Legacy to your heart's content. And it's all I say is that, like, my opinion will always still valid from last week, which is if you're going to play the game for the people who actually made it, like the content developers, the artists, the VFX artists, and stuff like that. Not for the one person who made a stupid, more vile comment than what really needed to be done.
Yeah, and again, if you are gonna, like, we get it. If you're going to play the game, you're going to play the game, but please don't sit and go like, oh my God, I'm going to play the game and fuck all you people who hate it. Stop playing it for the wrong reasons. You're going to play it, just play it quietly and play it to yourself. And be accepting of the fact that If you do play it, there's a chance you will alienate a lot of your audience. That's their decision, just as it's your decision to play the game. So just keep that in mind.
Also, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter, on Twitch and stuff like that over this past week who are going to go actively into people's Twitch channels while they're playing it and, be a complete not a douche.
Yeah, fuck that. No, I don't condone that in the slightest.
Yeah, so if you are going to do that, you, one, shouldn't even be on the platform.
Yeah.
And two, if someone does come and do that stream, in that stream and starts being injured, just instant ban them.
Yeah.
You don't need to give them any sort of acknowledgement. Just they pop in, they say something stupid, instant ban, done.
Yeah, if they're aggressive and negative towards it, if they want to have a discussion over it, by all means engage them and do so. But I mean, if you want to, again, it's your space. If you're streaming and you don't want to have that discussion, then don't have it. It's fine.
Exactly.
Understand that some people might want to, but if you don't want to, then that's fine. But just be aware that you're putting something out there in the public eye. That means the public are going to have an opinion on it. Whether that opinion is one that you agree with or not is completely fucking different. So exactly. Just be aware of the fact that it's a very polarizing subject. So just be aware of that.
So the individual that we have this week doing the stupid things,
yes,
and is none other than Chloe from Team XO.
Yes, the founder of Team XO. Their team. It's been an interesting development in that Chloe has had sort of some negative stuff in the past. There was discussions of brownface content when they did a cosplay of, I believe it was Hattie from Dead by Daylight. There was ableist tweets in regards to people should just go out and get a job. If Twitch is a struggle for them, or if they're struggling to make money off of content creation, it's like, there was some negativity, but it's been addressed, and then it wasn't, and then it was, and then it wasn't, and then this past, I can't remember what it was. I think it was last week at some point where
it was last week when they did the panel live stream.
Yeah, and the panel was obviously discussing the opinions and looking for the opinions of people affected by the negative comments made by the likes of JKR and the release of Hogwarts Legacy. And it wasn't the most diverse panel that was put together, shall we say?
No. Hold on, let me get the tweet up.
Well, it didn't have permanent inclusion from a diverse background. Primarily, the most consistent contributors towards the panel as a whole during the entire time it was streamed were, cis white males, which isn't really the kind of group that has many valid opinions when it comes to trans rights and trans rights issues.
Yeah. So I actually try to put on my journalist cap. I tried it anyway.
Journalistic.
Yes, and I actually try to get some statements and stuff. I won't give out the names of the people who I got statements from.
Yeah.
But obviously all these tweets are public.
Yeah.
That they've made, and I also got a statement of Chloe.
Yeah.
I say a statement, but we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
So one person said, as was tweeted, sorry, as a cis woman, you have no right to tell someone who's trans that is unfair that they called your chat unsafe.
Yeah.
While you host a panel of majority cis people, and you made and your chat made comments like this, which is you can't just give the fuck. You just can't give a fuck about the extreme minority's opinion, unfortunately. That the community that her comments affect are like 0.0001% of the player base, so fuck them.
Yeah.
And by the way, this person who made that comment, who is also a VIP,
yeah,
and also commented on Twitch after Chloe had posted that she had listened to feedback from the stream, and they had taken appropriate actions against individuals who were spreading hate.
Yeah,
that same person decided to comment on Chloe's Twitter, saying all of you need to be very careful where you go. It's out of my hands now. You've all pissed off some very powerful people who are known for the bad R word, burglary, kidnapping, of minors. I can't stop them if they want to hurt you now. I'm sorry.
Yeah. They also put out a tweet on their own page saying that they are known. They literally, their job is to make people disappear.
Yeah.
I know you. I know your info. I know your family's info. Basically some fucking bullshit, fake gangster nonsense.
Oh yeah, like he's trying to be like probably one of the hardcore thingies, but
the sort of people who just do not deserve fucking attention or air.
And so, like, I would recommend nobody, your chat or community or Twitter to come anywhere near my city. Like, yeah, you're gonna go. You have no idea if I'm ever going to be in your city.
Exactly.
So,
the only time we'll know when we're in the city is when a blackout occurs, because we block out the sun because we're big humans.
Exactly. Anyway, so we had a few people leave Team XO because of this entire situation, but we have had people off the other side of the aisle. And we do have a Twitter longer off someone.
Mm-hmm.
It is, to say how disappointed they are of the situation. And they don't think Chloe deserves this much hate.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, she is human. She made a mistake. They happen. First off, he wants to take the big fish, they do, which is the VIP. Should have been removed earlier.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, a choice was made for that person. Shit happens, things slip through the cracks with modding people, and with a community like Chloe's size, the person is now removed. So all of you still going on about need to get off your fucking high horse.
Right, pencil. Now bookmark that part, because I'm going to say now this person has been removed from Chloe's community in the past and allowed back in.
Yeah.
So the whole fucking shit slips through the cracks. I'm sorry, if it slips through the cracks, you then let it fucking go. You don't scoop it up and put it back on top of the fucking crack and wait for it to slip through again.
Exactly. For the next person, it's for the whole community not feeling safe. They have and many others felt welcome and all loved in Chloe's community. The response people are posting around has been definitely apparently taken out of context. The person came into the chat and stated that this was never really watched. That this has never really watched her, nor has been around enough to know what Chloe's like, and has been using this and. As for using the she's attacking trans people for this, I would like to have you know that they are also trans and they feel like their identity has not been gotten attacked.
Yeah.
Nor has it ever had anything to do with anyone else. Chloe supports them and they think Chloe is an amazing human and ally in their eyes.
Yeah.
They stand with Chloe. You guys can hate her all you want. However, I can unplug my internet and walk away. I can ban and block you too. No skin off my teeth.
That's an interesting end, I will say that much. I'm pretty sure the phrase was "no skin off my nose." I don't have skin on my teeth.
Yeah, it's
That's a very, very unique end to it, I'll say that much.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I will say is they are entitled to their opinion, and their opinion is valid.
Yeah. I mean, they might 100% feel safe in Chloe's community because they've had no... What's the word I'm looking for? They've had no issue.
They've had no negative interactions, nothing with it.
Every interaction they've had with Chloe's always been like, kind, calm, relaxing, and more than likely Chloe does have that side to her, you know what I mean? She 100%. Has that side of, I'm kind and calm. But like I say, everyone also has a side of, that they don't want people to see.
Yeah.
It is. And I keep my side of me, that side of me, in the kitchen. It is. Because I don't want you guys to see me eat a fucking 500-pound cake. I will.
I was going to say, I fucking will.
See it. I will.
I'm also talking £500 in weight, not fucking financial value.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm eating a fucking 500-pound cake. But, just because their positive interactions don't negate someone else's negative interactions. And this is what I've said before about someone's past good behavior doesn't cancel out their current bad behavior. Same thing applies. Just because you have a good... Same with them in regards to the police. Just because one person got picked up by the police and didn't get assaulted by them doesn't mean that the police system as a whole isn't corrupt and needs fucking fixed at the root.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just... You can have one good experience. There could be one good interaction. But if the majority, and there was not even the majority, if there was a consistency to some form of negative behavior, then that at its core needs to be addressed. Like, is Chloe a good person? I don't know because I don't fucking know them. Is Team XO an issue? I don't know. I'm not a fucking part of it. Never have been, never will be. But are there consistent problematic issues being brought up. And by consistent, I mean, not every week, not every day, but are we spotting a pattern of problematic behaviour? Then yes, and that you can't just keep doing something, apologise, try again. Fuck up something, apologise, try again. There is a limit to how many opportunities someone can be given to learn from a mistake.
Exactly. Now, as I did try and get a statement from Chloe.
Yes,
it is. Maybe explain their what's really been going on in their own voice and stuff. I did get a statement, which is, hello, at this time, I would prefer not to make a statement legally with advice from legal and from a safety point of view with the police. Yeah. So obviously what has happened, she's obviously taken some quite concern to it, maybe with some form of backlash. You're always going to get the extreme versions of that backlash, which is, those tweets that we saw earlier from the VIP. Yeah. So obviously she has taken that seriously, and obviously maybe the police have been informed, which all in her rights to do. She 100% needed to do that. If she felt her safety was in danger, she 100% needed to do that. Advice from legal, I'm not a lawyer, so I wouldn't know the legal implications of all this, but if her advice from her legal department has said that she needs to not talk about this for a little bit, see where this all goes, then
I mean her brand is she is her brand online. EXO is her thing. So if it's it's her livelihood as well as everything else, so she needs to make sure she's fully protected and covered in that sense, because I think there's a few people, maybe not a lot, but a few people who do rely on the EXO brand for their livelihood. And you got to protect your livelihood at the end of the day, whether you're a shit human being or not. You still have a livelihood to earn.
Exactly. Now, how to round this all off is kind of difficult.
Don't be a fuck knuckle.
Yeah, because obviously what definitely should have happened, should have a more diverse panel for the.
I believe there was some trans individuals, or at least queer individuals, who were involved in the panel at points. But I think the majority of the panel over the majority of the time wasn't really what you would consider diverse enough to cover such a topic.
All I want to say is that maybe a discussion on trans rights maybe shouldn't be handled by cis white men.
Yeah, definitely not.
Probably is the best idea, is what I'm going to go with. And as a cis white man, I can 100% say I will not be joining any of those panels, because I have no fucking clue what I'm going to be saying.
Well, not only that, but the things I say don't impact me. Sorry, I won't say the things I say don't impact me. That's the wrong phrasing. The subject matter being discussed isn't something that impacts me in my daily life.
Exactly.
It's not. It's something I can have an opinion on. Do you know what I think we need a lot more of is men who are allies on this side, who maybe aren't trans themselves or trans identifying, but people who are allies or part of the queer community actually standing up alongside women with this and being, because a lot of the time I'm finding that it is female identifying people or non-binary people who are defending their stance against, a lot of the time, cis white males. Not all the time, by all means, not all the time. I'm just using this as an example now. But we need more cis white males who are fully fledged allies to step up against the other fucking cis white males and be like, mate, you're fucking wrong. Shut up.
I mean, I just don't understand how people just can't learn that evolution happens, right? We learn, new things come about, right? Yes, 200 years ago, we didn't have trans people, right?
Well, we did. We just didn't know about it.
We just didn't know about it because they didn't feel like they could come out of it, or they just didn't feel, but society just wouldn't allow it.
Yeah.
Right? But now we have this more diverse society of where people can be whoever they want to be and feel comfortable in their own skin, right? Like if Gary from down the street feels like he's not a Gary, he's Guinevere. First name that came to my head.
The fuck was that?
I don't know. He's Guinevere. It's the first name that came.
Go with Guinevere, sure.
I'll go with Guinevere, right?
That's the only issue I have with this entire conversation is the fact that you chose that name. What the fuck?
Do you know, the fact is because I was watching Arthur.
Okay. Guinevere.
Guinevere. Anyway, all power to Guinevere there because, like, you know, they feel more comfortable. They feel more free.
Yeah.
Right, and that's what society needs now. That's what society needs. It's not people, you know, getting beaten down to live into what society deems normal, because to be honest, there is no such thing as normal. What they need, what people need is, one, to get, you know, the older men out of the government, you know, because they have no idea what is actually to do in there.
Fucking relevant in this day and age.
Exactly. And two, we need a lot more people in the entire world just be understanding that this is now evolution. This is part of life. People like this is sort of thing. Like, I'm trying to explain this in a way that even my words can understand.
So this is a fun way it was put to me. A lot of people now have an issue with the youth of today, right? Be it, you know, trying to change the world. And say, like, for example, imagine my father has an issue with me, my identity, and what I'm trying to bring about in the world.
Yeah.
His grandfather, or my grandfather, his father, would have had the same opinion of him.
Yeah.
Because he was doing something different to what his father did before him. And the same again, even if it's just a minor little change, everyone who is older than us, or has that opinion that older than us, that is going, why the fuck are you trying to do this to the world? The world was fine. No. Just let the... It's the same when it comes to fucking climate change and everything else. We are not the ones who will have to live with the consequences or the negativity of what we enforce on the fucking younger people now. They are the ones who have. So let the people who exist in the world now shape the world to them. And then the people who come along behind us will do the same. They will shape the world to what it is when they live. My son will shape the world to fit him at 38 more accurately than I could shape the world when he's 38. I mean, he'll be 38 in fucking 20-ish years' time. By that point, I'll be nearly 60. I won't know what the world looks like to a 38 individual by that point, so he will be more in place to shape the world that fits him. So for fuck's sake, just let them do it.
Exactly. The idea is we've got to basically now listen. We don't have to listen to them, but we need to take advice from them because they know what they have a better idea of what the world's going to be like in 20 years than we do.
They do for themselves. We need to fucking just stop trying to police everyone else's lives. Fuck, that pisses me off. It really does. Sorry, I'm getting quite fucking frustrated.
It's okay, yeah. You're meant to. This is meant to be, you know, unedited, you know, anger version. You know, come on.
This is what gets me. Is it stop trying to fucking police other people's lives and let everyone. I don't want to say do what's best for them, but if it's a fucking negative thing, piss off. Just fuck off. If you're sitting there going, well, I don't care. This is how I think the world should be. Well, fine, go and fucking live in your part of it. Stop trying to... If I sit and go, I want this world to be a safe space for everyone who identifies as queer, right? Myself included. And whether or not that includes... I mean, I've got family members who are homosexual, bisexual, queer, all fucking sorts. Whatever. They understand. To be fair, my younger brother, I was literally just messaging him a few minutes ago because I'm determined to find out when he's getting married. I want an excuse to get dressed up again. I have a nice waistcoat that hasn't been worn in about a year. But
do I get to come in? Do I get to come along even though I've never met your brother once at all?
It'll be in England. Fucking right. You can be my +1.
Fuck yeah.
Because he can stay here and look after the dog. But it's just like he understands his world and what the world could be for him at his age better than I do because I'm 11 years older than him. I'm not going to try and tell him what his fucking world should be like. I'm not going to try and tell him that his world viewpoint is wrong. His world viewpoint is coming from his age bracket, his outlook, and his view. He's not wrong. It's just different. It's progressive. And this, like, looking back as a comparison is good. Looking back as a guide, I think it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I mean... Like people, you see all these people who was like, oh, it was never like this back in the 1970s. I'm like, good. There's one like it was like the 1970s.
Exactly. Good, because it's not the fucking 1970s. It's like, someone says to me, a random historic comparison, that the year that the first Star Wars film was released, people in France were still being executed via the guillotine.
Yeah.
It's like that. Right. That in and of itself just shows you how fucking convoluted the world is. People hear the guillotine and think, "Oh, it's back in the 1800s." And fuck off. The last person executed in France was by the guillotine was done the same year that Star Wars was released.
Yeah, and that's probably for watching Star Wars.
They believe in the Force. Take his head.
Exactly. I mean, just think of how fast the world has progressed since technology.
Oh, stupid tech.
Exactly. I mean, just think, when was the internet first invented? We were older than the internet.
Yeah.
Right? And look how fast it has progressed. At first, we had to use dial-up. You couldn't use the internet whilst your mum was on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then like every 4 years, it doubles in times in what it can do.
Yeah.
So now we can because of
and now we have Twitter.
Yeah, now because we have this progressive society where everything advances, not just technologies, but even our own perspective on what things could be.
Yeah.
We have this lovely social media website where people can put their thoughts out online.
Yeah.
To people just to go, hello, this is what I believe. And then
here's what I had for dinner tonight.
No. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, those are the things that need to be shot. People just posting pictures of their dinner.
I posted one of my curry pizza the other day, and people really didn't like it.
I know, and I was one of them.
People really hated the idea of a chicken korma pizza, and I don't know why.
I don't know why, but it just didn't look right.
It was fucking amazing.
Did it taste good, at least? Did it taste good?
It tasted amazing. I could have done with a bit more heat. I like spice, but my partner does not, so we had a korma instead.
But yeah, the idea of there's these ideas that people who want to see the world progress, and then you get people are held back of the people who were trying to reclaim what they had in their youth.
Yeah,
back when all they had outside was sticks and dirt.
I know.
It is.
It's like wars were fought in the trenches many, many years ago. Mm-hmm. Now we make the fucking trenches based on a war. Yeah. It's not.
And the idea that, and now I'm going into the full political side of it, which is not very useful to do in terms in statements like these. But then you get the people who are they say the media and stuff like that. They play a devil's advocate. They do. They go on both sides. Go, well, yeah. They talk to people who want to be progressive and go, yeah, but wasn't it better like this? You go, no, fucking no. I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure in was it in the 1970s we still had coal mines, children running around in the street getting coal, getting dirty, getting blind.
Yeah, I know.
That's not something I kind of want to go back to. If I'm lucky to bring up another version of me in this world, God help you all. It is. I'm not going to be. I'm going to let him run outside. Don't get me wrong. He's going to come back. He's going to scrape his knee. He's going to bump his head and want to rub his head on the counter so he can get some bleach. That's about as best as I could do. Anything else he's got to learn by himself.
God. God. Oh Lord. Please just hang on. I'm gonna double clap. Fucking hell, clipping that out. I'm not. Oh shit, Dan's rubbing kid's heads in bleach. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh no. I'm rocking back and forth. There's going to be a knock at my door shortly. No. Oh no.
Oh no, Dan's getting cancelled.
No, don't get cancelled. That means I have to find another co-host. Fuck that shit.
Bitch, I need to stream to get cancelled.
I have to actually be online. I have to exist. I mean, to be fair, we do know you exist. The only thing we don't know yet is the full postcode. We know everything else.
I'll give you the first letter of my postcode. Starts with S. Now we'll go. That's something I can do today.
Do you know what I'm going to get? We're going to get 30 episodes in, and then Dan will release the second letter, and they're just going to be sporadically placed throughout episodes over the time.
Yeah, and then one day I'm just going to get shit in the box come through my letterbox.
To be fair, that'll just be me turning up outside posting them through. I won't even mail
just
it.
Just found you bitch.
Don't even mail it. The sad thing is, I could do to you what I know a few people have done to acquaintances of mine in the past, which is once they had their postcode, they went on to, I think it was on Gumtree or one of those similar sites, and booked their address in for a house sale, a house clearance thing. But they were like, I'm only available at 2 a.m, so if you want any information on stuff, you have to contact me at 2 a.m. So at like 2 a.m, they were just getting text messages and phone calls constantly from people on Gumtree being like, I see you're selling stuff out of your house. What are you getting rid of? Can I? People turning up and knocking at the door and all sorts. It was fucking chaos.
If you do that to me, you're fucking dead. I would come up to Scotland the day after. Sleep on the train if I have to.
Well, you'd have to, because everything else would be sold out your fucking house.
Yeah, that's true.
Nah, it wouldn't be that bad. But yes, there's been a lot of that. Started off as a, it's a Chloe XO thing, and it kind of spiraled off into a general conversation. But if you have
but sometimes
any...
that's what needs to happen. Basically, this whole Chloe thing is basically a context of a whole general society thing.
Yes,
where the general society needs to move on. They need to realize trans people do exist, and they have rights.
Yes.
Exactly. And those rights need to be protected. And you sitting there with a panel of mostly cis white males who have no idea what those rights should be, maybe shouldn't be the best idea.
Yeah. If you have any thoughts, opinions, or comments you want to leave us, please feel free to do so. You can DM us directly on Twitter if you want. It's at Aspect Ratio Pod, or you can just leave a comment underneath and we can get in contact with you. Not a problem. The other thing that has been trending quite a lot, and I'm conscious we've got a bit closer time-wise, but this is a thing that I've seen a lot of people doing lately, and I'm kind of intrigued by it. Everyone is using this, is it NGL? For send me anonymous messages. So people are doing like an Ask Me Anything thing, but they get messages sent anonymously. And I haven't done one myself yet because I think, no fucking people give a shit and want to ask me stuff. But a lot of people are using it as a way of engaging with their community, and I quite like it.
Yeah, I've seen people on Twitter using the NGL, just like send me anonymous. Just like one of them was like, you look like you would give the best hugs, but would also give a kick up when needed. Yeah,
exactly. It's like there was one here. What was it? Why is Star Citizen the best game ever? It's just an anonymous question sent to someone. Have you ever been to Ireland? There's just what is your last song on Spotify? I know what you did. Not even a question. But it's ace because it gives content creators a chance to actually engage with their community a little bit more, and it gives their community a chance to ask them something that they maybe just didn't feel a bit comfortable asking, or it just gives you some fun stuff to help create, which again ties back into the initial subject of sort of what is content creation. Even things like that are content creation because you're putting an idea out there and you're giving other people a chance to feed into it, and then you can create from there. You start posting things that help people find out a bit more about you, and I think it's a fucking awesome little idea to do. And I want, for those who have the confidence to do it, I want people to do it more, because it says him who hasn't fucking done it himself yet.
Yeah,
but I love the idea of having more interaction and engagement with streamers, with content creators in general, because it's just cool to be able to ask like random questions. And obviously, if you are taking part in these things and doing it, keep the fucking questions clean, be nice, don't be a dick.
Yeah, I mean, there's difference between like, have you ever been to Ireland? And some stupid question like,
have you ever had a thumb up your arse?
Yeah. I was thinking, have you ever kidnapped anyone? That's where I was going. But no, you went straight for the thumb up the arse, didn't you?
I always go straight for the thumb up the arse now.
Feel sorry for your partner.
Speaking of which, by the way, and Dan, I don't need you to answer this, but to everyone out there, wash your butt. All right, if you wash your fucking butt and wash your butt. I'm dropping fucking things on the floor now. Wash your butt properly. Soap should touch the butthole. Okay, hygiene is a big fucking thing. Okay, soap should touch the butthole. It doesn't have to go in the butt.
Especially when you're in the butt fun.
I just literally wheeked my finger up at the camera there as well. But yes, soap should touch the butthole. Just get clean. Get clean, please. Clean for your own hygiene.
I'm normally in like the swimming bath, so like chlorine always touches mine. So
that's just like I am bleached to fuck.
Exactly.
But yeah, just. Please be clean. Please be hygienic. It's something that one of the first things like I said I wanted to ensure that I could teach my son properly. Wasn't to make sure there was soap on his butt, but just be thorough. Be thorough when you're cleaning yourself. How the fuck did I get onto that as a subject matter there?
I don't know. This conversation went straight from Team XO to like rights in general to soap on butthole.
fuck's sake. Right. I think it's time to go on to our ones to watch for future time. In this case, I might be wanting to watch for going on a fucking list. Jesus Christ.
Oh, you know, right. My little brother, who's probably who's like, who likes to just message me, goes, by the way, Dan, I'm gay. I'm like, nice to know, you've been telling me like for 12 years. I'm now just going to ask him, you wash your butthole regularly?
Does soap touch your butthole?
What he fucking asks.
Does soap touch your butthole?
Does soap touch your butthole? And
he'll probably reply back going with, who is soap?
He plays Call of Duty he plays Call of Duty as well, so he probably knows who Soap is.
Soap? No way, that was Snake. Metal Gear Solid. Fuck's sake. Oh, Jesus Christ. So yeah, who's your one to watch then?
Hey God, so I'm just getting.
I just can't fucking see through tears now.
I just wasn't expecting it. I'm sorry.
Fucking hell.
I often, for my ones to watch, I normally just go through these Stream United pages or Twitch thingies and just see which ones who are trying the most.
Yes.
And then I go onto that page and I see what they're like. So the one that I found this week is Judge Dredd 666_gaming.
I'm in for Judge Dredd because I fucking love that series.
And it's fantastic because their whole about us is just, hi, my name is Robert. I'm here for good chill and good vibes. There we go. Done.
Fair. Is it DREDD or
what?
For the name Judge Dredd?
JUDGEDREAD 666 _gaming.
Okay, that's right. I'm searching them at the same time while I'm here. You see.
Obviously they have their whole Twitch thing going on about their schedule is mostly Tuesday through Sunday, but they did have one really long one this Monday.
Yeah.
From 12 a.m. our time to 4 p.m.
Jeez.
Yeah. That's 14 hours.
Jeez. Yeah. Hopefully that didn't.
It's 10 p.m. the night before. That's when it started.
Oh God, no! Screw that noise. Hopefully they didn't actually stream that long without falling over, because I would have fallen over.
Yeah,
they seem like a Call of Duty. They're a Call of Duty.
Yeah, Call of Duty player. It is, like I say, they have Discord, Facebook, Twitter.
Oh, they're Aussies.
Yeah,
they're an Aussie. Sorry.
So yeah, the longest stream that I could find is obviously 4 hours, where it's caught up. It is, but they're trying to stream Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 very regularly.
Cool.
So if you enjoy some Call of Duty, please enjoy them.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
For me this week, I have a streamer who I've recently come across on Twitter, and I found their page. They are undoubtedly the most chaotic human I think I've ever seen on Twitter, and that's saying a lot for me. They come out with, where was the one I just responded to earlier? They haven't done the NGL thing yet, but they are just genuinely fucking so. It's you think something, so you tweet something.
Yeah,
it's I thought it, I will tweet it, and it's brilliant. It's Pagey. So it's on Twitch. They are ITSPAIGEYY. An autistic girl who loves to play video games, a wannabe in almost departments. They are obsessed with Trapper in DBD, to the point where they will simp. If Trapper appears as their killer, they will just lie down.
Yeah.
They'll run over. She got a massive sort of 30-person raid the other day, which was so overwhelming for her that she had to end her stream. Bless her.
Oh, bless her.
It just got way too much. It became like a sensory overload for everything that was going on. Mm-hmm. And she was just like, goodbye. So the stream lasted an hour and a half. And it was titled Nice Calm Game, which didn't really last very well. They are just, in general, a very, very wholesome human being who I have got a lot of time for. Based in the UK, occupation ex-model, a wannabe e-girl, and their status is currently pregnant. I think she's about 6 months pregnant or something.
Yeah,
favorite word. Yeah, I know. I was going to say, I'm not going to fucking say the favorite word out on here. Autism. See you next Tuesday.
Yeah, see you next Tuesday. That's what I was going to say. I was going to say it rhymes with punt.
Yeah, so they have autism, tinnitus, hearing issues, and BPD, which is ironic for someone who plays DVD. But they are just genuinely one of the most awesomely chaotic individuals I think I've met on Twitter, and I've only met them like a week or so ago. They are so much fun. Give It's Pagey. The link to both Judge Dredd and It's Pagey will be in the descriptions down below wherever you are watching / listening to this. I'm sorry that this one's been so fucking all over the place today. It's late coming out. It's late being recorded, and we fucked it up.
Yeah, I mean, we're just coming back from being ill, so like, it's going to be like, a little bit different than what we've previously done. Mainly because our brain is still going from one end of the extreme to the other.
I'm nothing but vitamin C and fucking Jakeman's throat tablets at this stage.
At best, I had Crunch Nut cornflakes.
Someone, speaking of which, right, this is a random one.
Okay.
Say you weigh 99 kilograms, right?
Okay.
And you eat 1 kilogram of nachos.
Yes.
Does that make you 1% nacho?
Well, yes, because then you'll be 100 kilograms with 1 kilogram nacho.
Exactly. So are you then 1% nacho?
Nacho. Nacho cheese.
It's my cheese. It's nacho cheese. It's my
nacho.
Cheese.
Oh, that was my favorite joke with my ex. Just like, it's nacho burger. It's my burger. Nacho burger.
No. See, mine was always, what do you call a nosy pepper? Or what is the nosiest of all the peppers?
Okay, go on.
It gets jalapeno business. It's something like that. I fucked it up. Anything for you, Dad, before we go?
Oh, God. Anything for me, is it?
Yeah, anything from you before we go?
Yeah, sure. Next week you will get something else from the front of my flat.
Oh, God.
Da, da, da.
It's his tax bill. You'll get
It's silly of you to think that I pay taxes.
Exactly, that's why you're getting the fucking bill. It's a bill coming out straight afterwards. We will be back next week, hopefully on time. The last couple of weeks have been a bit random and all over the place, but it's that time of year. You're still getting consistent weekly content. It's just a day or so late. Please don't hate us too much. We'll be back with another Aspect Ratio at some point in the next 7 days' time. In the meantime, folks, take care. Protect yourselves online. Don't give away details of your postcode. And remember, the nosiest of peppers will get jalapeno business too. Mwah! Peace.
Peace.